We have heard all sorts of rumors about the update coming to Epcot in the next few years, and although Disney has confirmed a few things, we really don't know too much about it. We know about the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, the new space-themed restaurant, the Remy ride in France, the ending of Illumination's Reflections of Earth, still super sad about that, and we also have a blue sky render that Disney gave to us and showed us what the future of Future World might look like. Since we've heard about all of these announcements and seen the blue sky render, does that mean that Disney has no more tricks up their sleeves and this is all that we can expect to change in Epcot in the future? No way. There is almost zero doubt that Disney has some surprises up their sleeves for the future of Epcot, and I wouldn't be surprised if we heard about them relatively soon. One of those additions that many of us have been hoping for a long time is a brand new country or two to World Showcase, and in this video I'm going to go over some of those rumors and what I think might be coming soon, but even more interestingly, I'm going to go over how many spots are available for countries in the longer term future. Now let's start with a few predictions I have for new countries to World Showcase, and keep in mind these are just my predictions based on some rumors and speculation and all of these things, but Disney has confirmed none of this. The last new addition to World Showcase was Norway, which was added, get this, in 1988. That is hard to believe that it has been there for over 30 years, and there have been no updates since, but that wasn't always the plan. Disney originally had a Phase 2 where they were planning on adding Equatorial Africa, Israel, and Spain to World Showcase. Obviously, Phase 2 never happened, but now that we're looking at the possibility of a new update, a few new countries have been rumored. Now, all three of those countries originally slotted for Phase 2 are possible, but based on rumors and interviews that I have heard from Imagineers at Disney, I have a feeling Spain is one of those ones that just isn't going to happen. That may or may not be true. We'll have to find out about Spain in the future, but when it comes to Equatorial Africa, that would be a relatively easy one, at least in my imagination. They could expand the area near the outpost next to China and Germany and kind of go back from there, and they have some space that they could expand upon. That would be a really cool one. Israel is definitely another possibility, but since we haven't heard too many details of Disney considering Israel and ideas for what they might be thinking about, I kind of doubt that one as well. Instead, I think Disney might be thinking of a brand new country to bring to World Showcase. The number one rumored country that is supposedly going to be coming to World Showcase in the not-so-distant future is Brazil. We have heard the rumors about Brazil coming to World Showcase since 2011, and the rumors have gotten louder at some points and quieter at other points. We don't know what's happening, but in my opinion, that is the most likely candidate that's going to be coming to World Showcase in the future. There is even a render of what Brazil could look like. Now, keep in mind, this render is from an unconfirmed source, not from Disney, but when I look at it, it sure looks like a Disney render or an early sketch, doesn't it? There is even a rumored attraction that might be accompanying Brazil if it does come to World Showcase, and that is a big if. Imagine Peter Pan and views of Brazil. Think of kind of a gondola style attraction where you fly over Brazil and see views of it. That would be really cool, and it would go well with the Skyliner, which is the gondola really coming to Walt Disney World. I know that if Disney does bring another country to World Showcase, it's going to be extremely popular and we're going to love it, but my bigger question, is that it? Is it just going to be maybe one country at first, then a few years later there'll be another country and that'll be it for a long time? Or is there a longer term goal where they're going to have more countries maybe every 5 or 10 years down the road? The initial thought you might have, Michael, they only have space for a few more countries, right? I looked into this, and this is where it gets really exciting. Believe it or not, Disney has space for another 5, 6, maybe even 7 new countries in the future. 5 or 6 new countries? Where on earth are they going to put them? Because for me personally, and let me know if I'm alone here, when I'm walking around World Showcase, it doesn't look like they have much room at all. Maybe a spot for 1 or 2, but 5 or 6? Let me show you the satellite image, and I'm going to show you exactly where I think Disney may put them in the future. Now, when you look at World Showcase from the satellite, you can tell right away that our perspective is definitely warped when we're standing on the ground, because if you look just at that area between Norway and Mexico, you can see there's a significant amount of space available for construction. That is possible spot number 1. Now let's keep moving around World Showcase, and you can see between Germany and China, there's a bridge that goes across. You can find the outpost right there, and there is an extremely large plot of land right behind the outpost there that Disney could easily use. Now, given the size of that area, perhaps Disney will split this into 2 two different areas for countries, or maybe Disney will make a very large area and combine several similar countries into one spot. Either way, they've got a lot of room right there. Now on the other side of Germany, there is a spot there as well. It is smaller by comparison, but you can see based on the size of Germany and the other countries, you could easily fit a country in there. Now as we make our way around World Showcase, you can see Italy, then the American Adventure, and then Japan. Relatively little space there. I don't think we're going to see any new countries there, but if you look even further to Morocco, you can see two spots on either side of Morocco. Yes, they are a little bit smaller, but they could definitely fit a country into each side of Morocco. It would feel a little bit packed in there, but they could do it. Last but not least on my list anyway, is that spot next to the United Kingdom once you cross over the bridge from France. You come up from the International Gateway and there's a country right there. Disney could easily make space right there for another country. Now I have heard of another possible space between the United Kingdom and Canada, but when I look at that space, I just feel like it kind of throws off the flow. There's quite a bit of a nice flow there between the two, and I feel like if they added a country there, it wouldn't quite work. So that's where my list ends. I don't think there's going to be one between the United Kingdom and Canada. Now, of course, there is no way to know if Disney is even considering any of these spots right now. Don't forget, this is just coming from my imagination, but I can definitely see room. Which spots could Disney be prioritizing if Brazil or another country is on its way? Now, I'm going to take an educated guess here, and based on the flow of World Showcase, I have a feeling like Disney might be prioritizing one of two different spots. First, you have that area between China and Germany. Once you cross the bridge, you have the outpost, and it's relatively open right there, perfect for new construction. The other area that might be considered is between Morocco and Japan, another very large area for a new country. Both of these seem more likely to me simply because it would go so well with the flow of World Showcase. You don't want them to be all crammed in too close to each other. You want a little bit of space between them, and these two make the most sense to me. It's always exciting to consider what Disney might be planning in the future, but when can we expect some kind of official announcement from Disney? If I had to guess, it's going to be somewhere around August 25th, 2019. Why that date? D23 2019 is one of Disney's favorite times to announce new things coming to the parks. Before they confirm it, however, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you had to pick two different spaces for two different countries, which would they be? Do you think it's Brazil, Equatorial Africa, Israel, and where do you think they'll be going on our map? Maybe between China and Germany or next to the UK? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.